Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Vanessa Oracle Guidance. I am Vanessa and I'm going to do a general love reading for Leos. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're coming back, you were here last time, thank you for coming back. I am really happy to have you here. If you don't know exactly how to interpret those readings, please check the description box below the video where I explain everything, how to understand, how to get your own messages out of this reading, because the story might or might not completely or not at all resonate with your own personal story. So, keep in mind it is general. So, well, it depends. Sometimes it might really fit your story and sometimes not. So that said, I'm doing 9-card spread for past, present and future, and some oracle cards on the side for additional guidance. And also at the end of the reading, you will have a chance to do a pick a card. This is a new deck I have. It's telling you information about what's going on in your heart chakra, and also it will give you a time frame for your situation. There are 2 messages per card, so it might be both resonating with you or only one of the 2 messages. Okay, so let's start. So in this story here, I do see a lot of things depending on your own personal story. So I will start with the single people. So if you are single right now, I do see that you've come out of a difficult situation in the past. It's been like a long process to come out of a relationship or some difficulties in love. But you're getting there. It's been it's been kind of a long time coming to feel better, but still you had a lot of things that were either left unsaid, or you had to still to process a lot of things, but you were throwing yourself into work or into something that kept your mind busy instead of looking at your own feelings and trying to to avoid trying to look at what happened in the past. And either you were starting to reconnect with yourself, or you had a love offer of some kind. You had a connection that was possible, a really nice one. But here in the present time, I do see that there is still a lot of confusion about the past, and it's keeping you really confused and not knowing where to focus your attention on. You're still reminiscing about your own feelings, knowing like how much love you had for someone, and you still have fears, but you're coming out of it. You're trying to let go of those fears and anxiety, but you're still reviewing everything that happened in the past. I mean, you're thinking like, what went wrong and what was said and done and what wasn't said and done and what ifs and all that. It's coming back up and it's keeping you in a confused state right now. So this is your main energy for the reading. It's the 7 of Cups in reverse. So it's really about confusion and trying to, having that need to focus on something here to move forward. And in the future here, I do see you trying to heal, assess things, and really it's a slow process, but the 3 of Wands upwards, it's moving forward and kind of waiting for the right opportunities. But here you're not doing that. You're like really healing and assessing everything you've been through, and still wanting to move forward, but not being quite able to do so right now. So that's in your near future. But instead of with the 9 of Swords, this is about thinking over and over again, sleepless nights and all that. in reverse, it's more about reconnecting with the universe, with your higher self, and trusting there is something good out there for you. You know, you're trying to do that in order to get a better life in the future. So that's a really good card to have in reverse here. Also, it will enable you to let go of something, you know, you've been holding on tightly to. This is the Four of Pentacles. So, you know, here you're holding on to something really tightly, and um, it's a very materialistic card, but you know, here you don't like, it's not too much about what you have in the material world, but what you have inside. And I do see that you're letting go of this too, in order, because you've been like, you will be trying to reconnect with yourself. So that's really good, and it will allow you to make some room for new things. So, you know, I do see that you're on the right path here. So it's a really good energy, because I do see that you're not giving up on yourself. You have a really strong will to better yourself, to better your life, and even though you've been through some difficult times, all this reading is highlighting what you've been through and what you're going through right now. And it's really about healing and you know, putting some order in your life. So yeah, also, you know, if the Two of Cups in the recent past was an offer, you would know by now about that. If you had an offer, maybe someone was really suitable for you, but you didn't look at it because you were in your own world trying to escape your past. So I do see that. And then you kind of wondering, like, is this love worth it now with the Queen of Cups? Maybe, you know, I should think about it. Maybe you're having a second thought about it and trying to work on yourself so you can give you another chance with someone else, you know. So yeah, so this would be really good, but it's gonna take some time. It depends on how fast you're coming out of confusion here. It only depends on that. Okay, so but you're on the right path and you're doing the right things now, because you know you have been like focusing on the wrong things before, and you were not able to come out of this situation really easily. That I would say. So now, if you're coupled, you might have been through something difficult together in your relationship, and you might have been keeping, you know, disconnecting from your partner and staying in your own bubble and trying to do things like in your own world, but you know, wanting to still be connected. You know, there's still that emotional connection, that's for sure. But in the practical world, I would say it wasn't that easy, because you were like kind of a little bit you know, out of reach, I would say. But yeah, so you weren't focusing on the right thing, and things were kind of difficult. But now that the emotions are here, the love is here, it's a very nurturing love, very kind love, you know. But it's kind of a mess right now, because you don't know what to focus on. Maybe there is too much on your plate. Maybe you have lots of problems to deal with your partner, and it's overwhelming, and you need to focus right now and really work together, you know. So yeah, and you see that you need to come out of fears and anxiety, and you know, not knowing what's gonna happen next isn't something really bad all the time. You know, sometimes you could see it as exciting as well, even though times may be difficult. But you know, you need to really trust yourself and really reconnect with yourself, with your intuition, so you can really focus on the right things in the 3D world, you know. So yeah, But you will get there slowly but surely, you know. This could be, you know, there could be some delays, but you know, there are good things coming for you, you know. It's just a little bit delayed, and you will trust the process here, and letting go of those anxieties and, you know, sleepless nights, and, you know, with your, I do see that things will work out, and financially it's gonna be better as well, because you won't be like holding on too tight on it. Maybe you will find a way to, how to say, find a way to be more financially secure, you know, not holding on to every penny you have, you know. So you manage your life with your partner. So that's what I'm feeling here. um yeah, the overall energy here is really about reconnecting with yourself, you know. Even though here, you know, there is a great connection with somebody else, possibly that it be an offer or an existing relationship, it is most of all your relationship with yourself. So, you know, because you've been like disconnecting from the world here, working on something and being in your own bubble, and maybe you've been working a lot in a hobby or at your work, you know, whatever it is, you were focusing on something, but it didn't really help, because it just kept you away from the problems in your mind, but not really working on it in your own life. So what's good is that maybe it helps you to reconnect with yourself as well doing that. So, you know, it's just delaying things. I would say it's a way of doing things, but it's, you know, if you know you deal with it like that and it's helping you, then fine, you know. It's just taking more time, um, but it is a path that you can take as well. But yeah, anyway, you learn from it. Whatever you choose to do, you learn from it, and in the end it's positive, because you're not someone that's giving up on yourself, and that's a really good thing. I really don't feel that you're like hopeless or anything like that. So it's really, really good. um, you know, one thing at a time. You will untangle the knots there, you know. I do feel like it's like a messy room or a cluster of knots that need to be, you know, released one by one. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting. So whatever you are facing right now, it will work out, but slowly but surely, one step at a time, one thing after the other. And you will be successful in letting go of your fears and anxiety and not knowing what's next. What you need to know is that as long as you trust yourself, you know who you are, you know what you are capable of. um, you know, if you know that for sure, you know, and you trust that you can adapt to any situation, you will find the solutions right away. And I do feel that you're on that path here, because I do see you connecting with your higher self, with God, or with you, the universe, and that's where you find the answers as well, you know. Most of the time when I meditate, if I have a problem or something, um, I most of the time I do get the answers during meditation, you know, when I let go, because at that time I really let go of anything that's happening in my life. And when I meditate, you know, the answer just appears, and it's sometimes I'm like, what, how that was easy, you know. And I'm like, why I didn't do it before, you know. But maybe you'll get that as well, I don't know. So anyway, that's my own experience. But whatever you will be doing, you will do right, because it will lead you to more prosperity. I do feel that it's more ease, you know, and less confusion, that's for sure. So that's the overall energy here. um, if you're completely single and you don't have anyone in mind, it's definitely talking about you coming out of a difficult period in your life, and you know, maybe in your own world there, walking away at something, putting all of your energy into something, and people not really being able to reach out to you. You're kind of in your own bubble, but you'll be reconnecting with yourself, and kind of being in your feelings here, knowing like, if you're single, like maybe I should find someone, but I don't know like when it's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen. Maybe you're in your mind like that as well, and wondering like, who will I give my love to, and you're still confused. Your life is a little bit of a mess here, and you need to get your life in order a little bit on some things, and let go of the unknown, the fear of the unknown, I would say, and not let that overwhelm you. So, and you will find a way out slowly but surely, and you will connect with your higher self here, and you'll get some answers that will help you to release what you know, to release your comfort zone, I would say. So that's what I get here. So now I'm gonna read the messages from the oracle cards. So from the healing or oracle cards, I get the colors card here, if you can see it. That's a deck from Karine Malenfant. It's a French deck. So, well, French. In French language anyway. So here's the message. It says, visualizing colors has a beneficial effect on the soul and... Oh, can't read, sorry. Visualizing colors has a beneficial effect on the soul and the heart. In times of doubt and stress, call in the light angels and let yourself be guided by their magnificent colors that are pouring into you. The question you are wondering about requires that you take your time to think about it, as you know that there is no need to worry about it. You are taking yourself way too seriously. Let go. Have faith that God will assist you and offer you His guidance. Smile more. Don't complain. It is time to take a break and focus your time and energy on what's dear to your heart. The time has come to put some colors into your life and brighten your days. Wearing colorful clothes will help you become conscious that colors have positive effects in your life. Ask for the assistance of angels so they offer their magnificent light and warm you with their love. The answer to your question will come from your inner voice. So this card could also talk about painting a room of your house. Add a bit of color that your soul will benefit from. Color a mandala or paint on a canvas. Express your emotions with colors. Meditate with angel lights and harmonize your chakras. The green ray from Archangel Raphael is wrapping you with love and healing. Okay, so this card is asking you to work with colors. As many of you might know, the colors are, different energies. Everything is energy, but it corresponds to the different chakras. So, if you have a chakra that is blocked, colors might help you. It's there is a therapy that exists. It's I don't know how to say how it's called in English. Actually, it's therapies with colors. It heals with the energy within you, in your aura. So yeah, so it suggests that you dress with different colors, or actually, if you are drawn to wear one specific color, usually it is your intuition telling you, I need this color for balancing my own energies. So, trust that. If you feel like wearing one color and not another, usually, listen to yourself there. You could also do meditation on the chakras, with the colors. It would help you balance your chakras and feel more centered and aligned. So yeah, so that would really help you clear your mind and be less confused. That would be a good thing to do. Yeah, so work with colors and do some creative things if you want. That would really help you as well. You know, it would help you feel connected to your different energies. If you have like a chakra blocked, you know, you will really feel the pull toward one color, that's for sure. Our intuition is really strong on that, you know. If there is a color that you absolutely don't want to wear, listen to that too, because usually it will just bring you more imbalance within your energy. So next card from the animal totem deck. Sorry, I'm gonna a little whatever. Animal totem deck, the panda. Okay. So the panda says, create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or place of work. A sacred space is an area in your house or workplace where you can have some me time for contemplation and meditation, or simply to spend some quiet time to think. If such a place is not available at work, it is even more important that you have one at home. It will be your territory, may it be an entire room or a corner of your living room or your bedroom. Set in there a chair or a comfortable pillow, and put up a simple altar on which you will have a few personal and precious objects. Add a candle that you light each time you will enter this space. Make your sacred space a comfortable one where you can hang out without planning anything and not having to do anything in particular. As Buddha said, just sit down and be content doing nothing. You could find all sorts of reasons and excuses not to do it, but you do not give way to these inner objections. Make sure that by setting this private spiritual sanctuary and sitting down there becomes vital to your health and your emotional and mental equilibrium. It is a comforting place where you can listen more carefully to your inner voice and sensations, a place where you can draw the life force that is being expressed inside of you and that represents you. Okay, so this is asking you to create a sacred space. So that you create your own, comfort area where you can either pray, meditate, or do some inner work of some sort. It could be some creative arts as well. The objects that you use are important as well. If they mean something to you, you will give it a lot of energies, and objects do take in energy, and the more you give positive energies to some objects, so they need to be objects that you like, so it will every time you will need these objects will give off some positive energies that you've put in there, so make this space a place where you feel good, because as you feel good, all the area where you'll be what I'm saying, I'll start again. It's important that you create this space so it makes you feel good. So the more time you spend there feeling good, the day you don't feel good and you need to go there, it will give you all the positive energies you've put into it. Okay, it will give you back all that positive energy, because objects and places, they take in energies as well from people. So it is important that you give off positive energy, that you dedicate this place for positive work on yourself. All right, so so here as well, it's asking you to connect with yourself in some way. One is talking about balancing your energies with colors to feel aligned and get a clearer mind, and the other one to connect with yourself and create your own sacred space. So yeah, it's right on point here with the reading. Sorry, it's quite late, so it's not always easy to talk, but I'll get through that. All right, and hopefully it's not too much painful to hear. You've got the Be True to You with the butterfly card from Doreen Virtue. So be true to you. Okay, so here's the message. You drew this card because of an inner conflict. You're struggling to make a decision about your next actions. You worry whether following your desired path is the right choice and how doing so will impact others. The answer is that you must be true to yourself. Any path where you compromise your vision will put you out of sync with the rhythms of success, health, and happiness. Of course, you'll never do anything to harm another person or ignore his or her needs. However, you can't harm or ignore yourself either. As you are truly happy, you automatically lift up those around you. You also become a role model for following your inner truth. This card could also be talking about be assertive, speak your truth, and stand up for your beliefs. Accept and enjoy your unique qualities. Be creative and free-spirited. Don't be swayed by outside pressure. Okay, so yeah, maybe the difficult thing you've done in the past, what you've been through, maybe it's because you weren't aligned with yourself and you were like putting others before you, and so you felt kind of that, maybe that's why you kind of felt disconnected and you had that need to be in your bubble doing something like to help yourself, to help your situation or whatever happened. Maybe that's why you reacted this way, because you were out of sync. You didn't listen to yourself. So that's good that you're doing that here, connecting with yourself. Even if it could be connecting with yourself and also with someone else. It can have several messages for one person, but it talks about that as well. And reconnecting with yourself will really get you on the right path. Whatever you choose will be the right thing, but you need to make the choice once you are aligned and clear in your head. Okay, so yeah, and then the right decision will come up. Whatever you choose, it will be the right decision. So what you need to do first is align with yourself and learn from your past and know that in the future you won't compromise yourself. If you don't compromise yourself, you won't compromise anyone either, because if you're not fair with yourself, you won't be fair with someone else, because when you are aligned, you are joyful, you are happy, and everything is easier, and it gives off like lots of positive energy to other people around you. So everybody benefit from that. So time for pick a card. So you can pause the video here to choose your card if you need more time, and I'm gonna start to read the cards. Okay, so number 1, it is talking about mending of feelings. Okay, here, and the time frame is December. Okay, so here's the message for those who picked that card. It says, your guides are telling you that you are going towards a relationship in which two people will live to mend their feelings together. You will experience great and beautiful things together. It will be one of the most extraordinary relationships, very intense, with reciprocated feelings. This is not about a destructive passion that would last a few weeks and hurt you, but a fulfilling relationship that offers you a renewal energy and that will bring you a lot of love, because your heart chakra is very open, allowing you to receive it. You will have a true connection with this soulmate. At first, you will be both thrown off balance by disconnection, but it will lead to great things in the future, and you will find out that this person completes you in every area. Okay, so that's a great card to get. Wow. So if you're single, December will be the time for your soulmate. And meanwhile, you know what you have to do, right? The tarot cards were quite clear about it. You know, you need to release the past, work on yourself, and align with your own true self, and choose a path for yourself once you've done that. So for the time frame, it's talking about December. It says, your guides are telling you that you are entering a positive energy in regards to your love life in December. This is the month that will bring you what you are longing for, and it will allow you to feel playful and delighted. If you are waiting for a renewal with someone you already know, your guides are telling you that you need to wait for the month of December for everything to fall into place in a positive way. Don't try to rush things, or else you will be disappointed and you might create blockages and delays. Keep the faith, and above all, know that December will be the time of revelations for you. Before then, two very important pieces of information will come, and they will enable you to understand a lot of things about yourself and others. Okay, so yeah, even though you might think like, oh, it's a pain, you know, to have to wait until then because December is at the end of the year, but well, you know, there will be some things happening on your way there, you know. So it's talking about two very important pieces of information that will come. You know, maybe you will have some haha moments, or some, maybe, you know, experience some new things that will prepare you for this relationship. So yeah, great message here. Yeah, and don't try to rush things. Usually it's never good. Every time I tried, I'm telling you, I regretted it. It's when you rush things, you know, you're not ready when you do that. So then, you know, things don't happen the way you would like them to happen. So card number 2, you ready? You already know your soulmate, and it's talking about 15 days, 2 weeks. Okay. So it says, your guides are telling you that your soulmate is already around you. If you have met someone who has left in you a very strong impression of familiarity, of intense connection, and of strong attraction, then yes, it is your soulmate. If you are still waiting for this encounter to happen, know that this person is already around you. So either you have already crossed paths, or you regularly go to the same places, or you have at least one common acquaintance, or else someone you know will introduce you to them. But your soulmate is already around you. They are very close to you. Your guides are already working on on reuniting your path together. If you have met your soulmate but things are complicated, keep the faith, because things will improve between you both. By the way, it isn't the first time that you meet, because you have known each other in past lives. The connection will be very powerful, and you won't be able to miss out on this beautiful soul. Okay, so that's a beautiful message. So your soulmate is here. Yeah. So either you're already with them and things will improve, you know, because you've been through a rough patch. You know, the cards are telling that it's gonna get better because you're doing some work on yourself, and it will help you out tremendously. But if you don't know them yet, well, they are around. So, you know, watch out and get excited, because this card is talking about like it's not in a long time, but it's saying they are around you. So yeah, watch out. Even though if the 2 weeks thing doesn't talk to you, 15 days time frame, you know, it still applies that your soulmate is here. Okay. So for the 15 days message, it says, The renewal has come, so quit being impatient and not believing that you won't get the happiness you are longing for, as you have done a great deal of self-work. By the way, your guides are congratulating you for doing so, because you have evolved very quickly. They are telling you that what you are longing for in your love life will come around in 15 days at the latest. Retrieve your joy and softness, and most of all, tell yourself that complicated times in your romantic life will be left behind. Your romantic life will take a turn within 15 days, and you will receive a very important sign within a week. So, all is good. Yeah, that's a great message. All is good. So, soulmate is around. Get ready. Get those legs waxed. If you're a woman, if you're a man, do those push-ups. So, third card, you are receiving signs, and it's talking about next year. Okay. Don't be pissed off for the next year time frame, because listen to the message first, okay? So, it's saying, your guides don't want you to feel hopeless, and they are telling you that you are not alone. Your calls have been heard because the signs are already in your life. Your guides are already sending you signs to show you the way you must take. You need to open your eyes and most of all to trust your intuition, because your guides are sending you messages in regards to your little heart, and they are here to soothe you. At this time you may feel lonely, but you have a real energetic protection around you. Some very important things are coming or will come in regards to your romantic life. You need to accept the signs. Even if the message isn't what you want to get at times, it is here so you can trust life. So take a look around you, listen, be alert about what is going on around you, and then you will see evidences right there that are showing you what is good for you and what you don't need anymore. Here again, you are receiving signs to show you that you need to let go of certain things that are keeping you stuck at this time. Okay, so those who draw that card, maybe you have some more time to do on yourself. Maybe, it's fresher, the difficult times. Maybe it's like, bigger problems or more difficult things to get out of. Or maybe it's just difficult for you to connect with yourself and let go of the past. So, yeah. So maybe that's why, it's your guides here, they are telling you, let go and trust this and trust the signs you're getting, because you are getting a lot of signs, so you need to watch out. Okay, so for the time frame next year, it says, this year you are not necessarily in an energy of concrete realization in your love life. Your guides are telling you that you need to wait a little longer, because the events about the happiness you seek will mostly unfold next year rather than this year. Your guides don't want you to be disappointed nor impatient, because the more you will want to rush things, the more blockages and delays you will face. Your guides know that you have given a lot to others and you are looking for a true harmony with someone who understands and supports you. Your external life will change in your love life, but from next year. So take some time for yourself, to repair yourself and to prepare your energies to experience extraordinary things. This year is a year of transformation and transition. Okay, so you still have some work to do. You need to get ready for next year, mainly. That's what it's saying here. So do that work diligently, take that seriously, really, because you won't believe how much your life will be different next year. So, and that depends mainly on what work you are doing now on yourself. So that's very important. And here you got some clues like how to start right now, working with colors, and set yourself a sacred space and connect to yourself. Know what you want out of life, what you want for your love life, what you desire most. You know, you really need to connect to that to fuel your passion and your manifestation and everything. And the more you will be aligned and the more you will work on yourself day by day, you know, you will know more about yourself. So, you know, when you do that next year, by next year you will get your perfect life, you know. So that will help you do that and recognize that as well. So those are your messages here. So thank you for being here, and sorry about my reading. My voice is like a little weird tonight because it's late, but I hope you could understand me. At least you got your message all right. Okay, so let me know in case you know I will do my best to speak better next time. So thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and for spending this time with me. And I hope to see you next time, and have a wonderful time. I really do hope you get some great breakthroughs here with this reading, and that you'll get the best life you want. You know, so yeah, I wish that for everyone, but I really do hope that you get to find your own path and your everything you wish for, because it all comes down to what we do with ourselves in the end. So it's in our hands, right? So I wish you all the best. Keep safe, and thank you very much for being here, and see you next time. Bye bye.